Today we're looking at strictly better Magic the Gathering cards. Remember, sometimes the rules to this can be pretty loose, but this is a situation where the exact text is the same, but the mana cost gets cheaper. We got Abnormal Endurance. For the price of a black and 1 generic, this instant, until end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Tapped! It comes back tapped. And we've got the far superior Supernatural Stamina. For a single black, we get the exact same ability for until end of turn. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains when this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Now remember, everyone, on this show, we have a very strictly loose perception of what strictly better is. So long as it's like the same card type, same power toughness, same mana cost, it's all fair game. I don't care if it's like a mythic rare compared to a common or to a basic land. You know, it's all good. All right, we got Liquid Soulfly. Deviant Glee is better than Unholy Strength. Deviant Glee versus Unholy Strength. Unholy... I know what Unholy Strength is. What on earth is Deviant Glee? Unholy Strength being enchant creature. For a single black, enchant creature gets +2/+1. And then we got Deviant Glee, so we got for a single black, enchanted creature still gets the +2/+1 and has red. This creature gains trample until end of turn. That's power creep, people. They're power creeping into limited. Even though back in beta, when they made Unholy Strength, I don't think they had limited in mind. Although it does actually play like a limited format. I would know! I played it. It's not that bad. Banding made it very complicated. Okay, Diego is like Lava Coil and Obliterating Bolt. We got the okay, but which one's the worst one? Obliterating Bolt. What did they... Oh, they... Oh, they didn't even give Lava Coil enough time to, like, breathe and have its moment in the sun. This was actually a playable card. For a red 1 generic sorcery, Lava Coil deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. And already it's yesterday's news when Obliterating Bolt comes into play. A red and 1 generic deals 4 damage to target creature or Planeswalker. Or Planeswalker. Can we have Planeswalkers here? No, we cannot with the Lava Coil. You're useless. I need to hit my, like, Karn the Great Creators and that stupid Kiora card. I've been playing a lot of Pioneer lately. And Obliterating Bolt hits those Planeswalkers. We're going to exile them. The Wandering... What's it called? The Wandering... Hold on. This is... Yeah, they're both sorceries. They're both sorceries. No advantages. What is that Planeswalker called? The Wanderer? Yeah, I hate the Wanderer. That's so annoying. They can play a Planeswalker at end of turn. Pretty awkward. Burst Lightning versus Shock. Exactly. Burst Lightning versus Shock. Oh wow, there's a lot of Shocks out there. Here, the Shock. This is the OG. This is... Actually, this is not even the OG. I mean, Lightning Bolt predates Shock. It's like they were trying to power down Lightning Bolt, so Shock deals for a single red, deals 2 damage to any target. And we got Burst Lightning, basically Shock on steroids. For a single red, we still get that 2 damage, but for a kicker of 4, it will deal 4 damage to that creature or player instead. 5 mana, 4 damage. Really nice burnish card whenever Lightning Bolt is not available. And sometimes even when Lightning Bolt is available. Sometimes you just got a bunch of mana, you need to deal 4 damage. Okay, let's like, what are all the strictly better versions of Shock? We've got Play with Fire. Play with Fire, red, instant. Play with Fire deals 2 damage to any target, and if a player dealt damage this way, scries 1. Far superior than dealing just 2 damage. What am I playing in Pioneer? Well, I'm going to end up playing Spirits because I lost with all my, like, brews. I was trying to brew some Tempo Blue deck. I don't know if it's impossible, but it wasn't great. Can't beat those early aggro decks. Aggro. Yeah, and you need something for control, and you need something for aggro. And, like, there's no... It's hard to have a middle ground. Okay, we got Pedgeman. Ashcoat Bear, a.k.a. Flashy Grizzly Bear. Still a bear, though, and quite grizzly. Oh, so we have a better... So, are we comparing that to Grizzly Bear, you're saying? Pedgeman? To the classic... Don't touch my stuff. We cannot forget that among all Dominaria's wonders, a system of life exists with prey and predators that will never fight wars. Hold on, there's like a great flavor text for the original Grizzly Bears. I would know because I'm using this card right now. Don't try to outrun of Dominaria's grizzlies. It'll catch you, knock you down, and eat you. Of course, you could run up a tree. In that case, you'll get a nice view before it knocks the tree down and eats you. Okay, so what are we comparing this to? Ashcoat Bear. The bears. Okay, 2 mana. So we got a green and 1 generic for a 2/2 bear. But it's got flash! It's just flashing. It's a surprise grizzly bear. I can relate to this card because I play things like Merfolk Trickster all the time, and sometimes it just does nothing and I have a grizzly bear. Okay, we got Bone Slitters is worse than Bone Shards is worse than Eaten Alive. This is Wojtek. Bone Splitters. Oh. No, it's Bone Splint. Oh, Bone Splinters? What the hell is a Splinters? Oh, I keep spelling this. Bone Splinters? Okay, there we go. I think we're on the right track for once. Please, people, if I don't know this card, I need the correct spelling, or I'm screwed. Okay, for a black and its additional cost to cast the spell, sack a creature to destroy a creature. And we got the Bone Shards. Oh, yeah, I think we remember doing this one before. At an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature, discard a card, in this case, so you can destroy target creature or planeswalker. And then, what, there's actually a better one than this? So we've already improved on a Modern Horizons card. This is literally a Modern Horizons card. Eaten Alive is an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature, or pay a black and 3 generic. Exile target creature or planeswalker. Okay, close enough. Good enough. I like the discarding a card, but you know what? You guys let me know in chat. What's better, Bone Shards or Eaten Alive? I think the discarding part is actually, it's really, really powerful. I think that makes it better. Because you can, like, discard combo cards and other stuff that synergizes with the graveyard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We got Approaching Calamity. Swiftfoot Boots are greater than Lightning Greaves. In your opinion, Swiftfoot Boots. I think you're breaking the rules here. Hold on, let's see. Because I think these are just 2 different cards. Okay, so Lightning Greaves for 2 generic. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. You can equip for 0. Swiftfoot Boots. Oh. Hexproof and haste. Oh, I see. You know what? I wasn't going to put any auras or anything on this creature anyway. Basically, it is better. Most times, Swiftfoot Boots will just be worse than a Lightning Greaves. Because I'm not going to equip it with something else anyway. And that's 0 mana. Basically, you go infinite. Infinite with your equipping. Equip here. Equip there. Equip here. Equip there. Equip as much as I want. Like a pure steel paladin. Okay, we got Sam. Sweet. Crazed Goblin. Literally dozens, if not hundreds of other 1-drop goblins. Crazed Goblin. Wait, is this like the worst goblin or the best goblin? Crazed Goblin. Okay, Crazed Goblin attacks each turn if able, and it's a red 1/1. And so what we're comparing that is to any other red 1-drop other than Crazed Goblin. Name me some red 1-drops. Name me some red 1-drop goblins. I know what Frenzied Goblin. This one, when it attacks, you pay a red. If you do, target creature can't block this turn. What's the other one? I know there's a million red goblins. Whatever. Okay, I'll just compare it to Frenzied Goblin for now. Mog Fanatic! That's right. We got the Mog Fanatic here. At least it can sack for 1 damage. In addition, it's very close to the same card, but it has the option of blocking. Blocking and then shooting something. Goblin Guide. Also superior power and toughness, too. Oh my god, the Skirk Prospector. The Skirk Prospector! Yeah, so these are all better, the goblins, than the what's it called? The Crazed. I'd never heard of this goblin before. I'm today's years old when I found out that there is the most useless goblin in existence. Dovin's Veto and Negates! That one doesn't count. You gotta, at least the casting cost has to be basically the same. For Dovin's Veto, you literally need to play another color for this. Why can't I spell Dovin's Veto? There we go. Negate is only a single blue, so of course it's a strictly better card than Negate, but it's because you add a completely different color to the color pie. Remember, somewhat same casting cost, same stats, and I'm fine with that. We got the Boil versus Boiling Seas. Boiling Seas, I believe, is like destroy all islands, but at sorcery speed, and then there's Boil. You can do the exact same thing, but at instant speed. Someone mentioned for goblins, Ragavan. Yeah, of course, Ragavan is better than the Crazed Goblin. Not technically a goblin, but whatever. Oh, Murder versus Murderous Rider. Good. Okay, well, let's look at Murder. I think Murder ends up being better than Murderous Rider. Murderous, if you compare the murder parts. But I think I would count that. So, Murderous Rider, the Swift End. By the way, we got my brother here. Hold on, let me plug you in if you want to be plugged in. We're plugging him into the Matrix. Surprise guest visit from my brother. Now everyone's going to be like, who is that person? Because you never hear for these morning shows.
I didn't want to come this morning on the bus.
All right.
Too cold out.
Is it?
Yeah, that's why I went last night.
All right. So we got, okay, so if we compare Swift End, it's destroy target creature or planeswalker. Oh, but you hit planeswalkers. You lose 2 life. You know what? No, yeah, I get it. You know what? Murder is strictly worse than this thing. I would pay the 2 life. I think it's a little close. A little close around the edges. But this is a strictly better card. We got MW Sesso, the Big Score versus Unexpected Windfall. The Big Score. What is the Big Score? Hold on. What is Unexpected Windfall? Big Score for a red 3 generic instant. That's an additional cost to cast this spell. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. You got something to say about a Big Score?
No, I was going to say hello, chat.
Oh, hello, chat. My brother says hello.
No longer remains anonymous.
He sounds super awake. LOL. Gets that? Yeah. He's got it. He's got there right there in front of me. We all got our coffees. It's the coffee crew time. Yeah. Brother showing off his wonderful coffee. Okay, Unexpected Windfall. As an additional cost to cast this spell, discard a card. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. Nikachu's bro, Nikachu is greater than Nikachu counts. What the hell is it? Counts?
Oh, does that count as a strictly better? He's asking, is this me versus
you? Nika
Like...
bro greater than Nikachu? No, it isn't, because I'm strictly better. Unless you love. Well, you know what? You're a fan of my brother. That's fine. He's opened up his Patreon tomorrow. Anyway, okay, we got some upkeep to do here. We got thank our sponsors, FusionGamingOnline.com, your one-stop shop for buying your Magic cards, accessories, binders, you know, all the good stuff. When I buy my cards, I gotta get them from FusionGamingOnline.com. It looks like all my brews and pioneers suck. So I gotta be buying up Bant Spirits, because that looks like the only playable aggro deck that I could play. Deal of the week this week, 25% off board games. Holy moly. You know my favorite board game. What's my favorite board game?
Tamagotchi, the board
No,
game.
that's not a board game.
And no, it is actually.
No, but that what?
They made a
Okay,
board
then
game.
it's not my favorite board game. Whatever. Whoops. Wrong coupon code. When you shop at FusionGamingOnline.com, you can let them know I sent you by using coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Also gets yourself 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online, and it helped. You know what? I tried to brew a lot of stuff in Pioneer with mono blue tempo decks, mono blue control, blue black control, blue black tempo. They all failed. But now I know they fail, thanks to Mana Traders. By renting all those cards, I could send them back. I tested out Urtai and Slither Wisp and all this other cool stuff that just ended up being too clunky against aggro decks. So annoying, those aggro decks. So I gotta be an aggro deck myself. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_WS2. And now back to the unexpected Magic cards.
No, but what was it? Monopoly?
Yeah, Monopoly. I like Monopoly. A lot of people say it's strategically, it's devoid of any strategy. I disagree. Most people that will want to play Monopoly with you are complete noobs, and you just absolutely destroy them with what little strategy you need to know. We've got, okay, hold on. What is strictly better? Additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Additional cost to cast the spell, discard a card. Is it draw 2 cards, create 2 treasure tokens. Draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens. I don't get it. Is the art strictly better?
2 red versus
2 treasure tokens. Initial cost to cast the spell, discard. Initial cost to cast the spell, discard. I don't get it. Instant. Somebody help me. Am I...
mana cast.
Oh! There we go. Red 3 generic. Red 2 generic. It was hard. That's subtle. We should... Actually, the show should change. Here's the 2 magic cards. Why is one better than the other?
Spot the 10 differences.
Yes, yeah. Spot the 10 differences between unexpected windfall and big score. Hilarious. It was so simple. How did I miss that thing? Gavin Rook with the super chat. 3 Llanowar Elves equals a Llanowar tribe. You know what? I'll allow it. Because you super chatted. When you super chat, the rules get a little bit more loose. Okay, we got Llanowar Elves, but if we have 3 Llanowar Elves, we can have a Llanowar tribe. I made mention when they made this card, it looked like a meme card. Because, you know, there's sometimes like 12 Teferis, or like 15 Blood Moons, and it's just 15 of that effect. This is literally 3 Llanowar Elves that add 3 green mana to your mana pool. If you combine it.
What's the point?
Huh?
What's the point?
That's a lot of mana. That's a lot. That's like a Black Lotus for green every single turn. That's crazy. Okay, Pedgeman trying to get the Reprisal versus Smite of Monstrous. Cheaper and no regeneration. Well, you didn't have to spoil it. Sometimes it's fun to look for the differences. So we got Reprisal. It's okay. You guys can make spoilers. Otherwise, it makes the show a lot smoother instead of me trying to find out what the hell's different. Maybe this should be the thing. You should find out what's the difference. Monstrous. There's no card.
Smite the Monstrous. Down.
Oh, it's called Smite the Monstrous. Okay, we got Smite the Monstrous. So for a white 3 generic, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. And then we got Reprisal for a white and 1 generic, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, and it can't be regenerated. No regeneration here.
Not bad.
As Tommy since like 16 squirrels is greater than Emrakul.
Yes.
True story. True story. And we've got the super chat from David Willard. If you were a deck type, what would you do? If I were a deck type? So I have to choose it. What would I do? I haven't even chosen my deck type. What is a deck type? You mean a card type? There's no deck type. If I was an archetype, you mean?
Be Merfolk.
Okay, I could be Merfolk. I could be Merfolk, and I would splash around. I'd get into water fights with people. I'd flood people's homes with spreading seas, I guess. Thanks for the super chat. Gavin's back again. I love evolving my Llanowar elves into Llanowar tribe. Yeah, like it's Pokemon. Michael Timmerman. Owlbear is greater than Fangren Hunter. Owlbear? Sounds like some sort of mutant. We got the Owlbear. It is as advertised.
Oh, wow. He's a chonker.
Yeah, chonker. Also getting those gains in the gym. Also love the content. First time I've caught a stream. Oh, welcome, Michael. Welcome. And welcome to your first of, hopefully, many super chats. It's like a way of cutting in line on this show. And it's to my benefit. I highly encourage it. Fangren Hunter, green, 3 generic, 4/4 trampling beast. And we've got the Owlbear, also a 4/4 trampling, but not a beast, but it's a bird bear. And keen senses. When Owlbear enters the battlefield, draw a card.
He's thick.
What the hell? They're putting Silver Gill Adept's ability on anything. Unbelievable. Why does the bird draw a card? Oh, I guess the birds, yeah, sorry, drawing a card is a birdie thing to do. It's a great one. I like that. I like that one. What's 4 Llanowar elves called? I don't know. A squad. You guys tell me.
Squad.
We got Octrox, maybe Grinning Demon versus Scourge of Numai. So far, actually, the suggestions have been incredibly good. You know, we're allowed way looser suggestions on this show. Scourge.
He's a happy boy.
Of Numai. And I've looked at the analytics. People like the really stupid suggestions. Scourge of Numai for a black 3 generic 4/4 at the beginning of your upkeep. You lose 2 life you lose 2 life if you don't control an ogre. That's terrible. And then we've got Grinning Demon at the beginning of your upkeep. You lose 2 life, and it's 6/6.
It's basically the same picture.
Is it?
He's smiling. He's smiling.
This, however, this doesn't have the same mana cost. It's got to be the same mana cost. I understand this is like, it's very similar. It's close though. It's close. So we'll give you a little bit of credit there. You can morph this one as well. At the beginning of your upkeep, lose 2 life. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, lose 2 life if you don't control an ogre. It could be the same mana cost. We're loose, but not that loose. Whatever. We can be there's gotta be some rules here.
Negate versus Arcane Denial.
What? Where is that?
Almond.
Negate. Can you please look at Negate and Arcane Denial? They're different cards, though. Arcane Denial counters anything. It's not a good comparison. Then we've got Negate. They're not quite the same. Counter target spell. This is counter target non-creature spell. And then like, okay, you can counter anything, but you have to give your opponent like 2 cards. Don't worry, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of pulling out the buzzer, people. Not afraid of pulling out the buzzer. Yeah, maybe the 6/6 is clearly better than the 4/4, but you have to pay a little bit more of a casting cost for it. Maybe I'm wrong. Did that qualify? I should give you guys the vote. Is the Grinning Demon strictly better than the Scourge of Numai? Does this count? I prefer it if like at least the casting cost matched, because we have to have some rules here. Otherwise, people are gonna say like, what's it called? Well, Phyrexian Obliterator is better than all these cards. Just get out of control. You just will compare everything to this black creature.
He's smiling.
Okay, what is going on here? From Sean. Eternal Witness is greater than Timeless Witness. Eternal Witness. I think it's better than Timeless Witness. What do they do? Okay, so Timeless Witness enters the battlefield. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand for 4 mana. Yeah, that's garbage. So we can do it for 3 mana. Do the exact same thing. Same power and toughness and stuff. Same power and toughness.
This is a very new card.
No, this is not. This is a super old card. Look how many cards they've printed of this thing. You want to see the history? The Eternal Witness. She's quite eternal. She got a real... She's a shaman, right? She doesn't look like a shaman here, but now they turned her into a shaman. Got that Ixalan look. What's the shaman in Banjo-Kazooie?
Mumbo Jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo, that's right. That's what I see when I see the this one. Yeah, that's right, exactly. What else we got? We got Broman here with the super chat. Magnagoth Sentry. Magnagoth Sentry is greater than better than Giant Spider. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. I like that one. Look, we got a Giant Spider for 2/4 creature for 4 mana, reach. And we got Magnagoth Sentry, reach 4/4. Even better is if this thing was like a 10/10. You could probably go that way, the way Magic is going these days.
It's not a spider though.
Oh, I don't see that. I don't care about that part. I don't care. It does not need to match the creature types. Otherwise, then we.
No, I'm just saying the spider is strictly better than a tree.
Oh, okay. Gunblade Knight, Inspiring Overseer. Inspiring Overseer is better than Priest of Ancient Lore. What are these cards? Priest of Ancient Lore, white, 2 generic for a 2/1, enters the battlefield, gain a life, and draw a card. We got for a white and 2 generic, 2/1 flyer. This one don't fly. This one fly. Enters the battlefield, gain 1 life, and draw a card. Superior. Stupid dwarf. Angel Cleric is better than... Are they both clerics? Okay, so his hammer prevents him from flying. Whoops.
Jeff Soulcat's better than dogs.
Gavin Rook, bribery better than Thoughtseize. Thank you very much for the super chat. But this suggestion is awful. Whoops, I meant to give you the buzzer. Bribery better than Thoughtseize. Bribery, we all know what Thoughtseize is. Just saying this is better, or sorry, this is worse than Thoughtseize. Yeah, it is worse. You can't even look through their hand. It's not even two comparable things.
Hey, it's legal in Modern.
Well, I'll be damned, it is. I didn't know that. Now that I do, I don't know what I'd play it against. Whatever. We've got Liliana's Caress. Greater than Megrim from Arakusu. Liliana's... I'm gonna kill you. Wait, you thought she was into you? No way.
That guy's not having a good time.
No, Megrim. For black 2 generic, we've got an enchantment. When an opponent discards a card, Megrim deals 2 damage to that player. And Liliana's Crest is for a black and 1 generic. When an opponent discards a card, that player loses 2 life. Strictly better.
They both have the same facial expression. Again.
This one? Maybe this is the same guy.
Yeah.
Just like really far into the future. This is what he looked like before. And Liliana keeps him there. Are they both chained? I think they're both chained. This is what happens when Liliana caresses you for too long. You look like this guy. Michael Tamerman with the super chat. Essence Flux is greater than Cloud Shift. Essence Flux. Oh! Okay, so we got exile target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under your own control for a white. Then for a single blue, we can exile a creature we control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. But if it's a spirit, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. This is a little break in the rules here, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Slightly better.
Sorry, apparently I forgot the name. Meant blackmail? Blackmail over... Oh! Thanks very much for the super chat. So you forgot the... It said bribery instead of blackmail. I bet he thought he had egg all over his face. Okay, this is... Yeah, this is worse than Thoughtseize. Now it makes sense. I approve of this combo. Or this comparison. Thoughtseize, look at their hand, choose an online card from it. They discard that card, you lose 2 life. And in blackmail, target player reveals 3 cards from their hand, probably the 3 worst ones, and you get to choose one, and they discard that card. All right, now let's Get some suggestions from below. Peter Dam, I guess the only corner case where Megrim would be superior is if there's any card that buffs damage, since it's damage rather than lost life, although the latter is usually better. It is. Ephemerate is a better comparison. Yeah, it would. I mean, over like the other one from was the. Well, I don't know what we were comparing to. I lost it. Yeah, Ephemerate would be better than that other white blink card. Not even the same. White one can flicker stolen permanents. Whatever. Who's flickering stolen permanents? Are you going that deep?
Preordain and Serum Visions.
Which one do you think is better? Preordain. That's actually a close one. Okay, let's say one is strictly better. Which one is it? What do you guys think, chat? I actually don't know. Oh, no, maybe this is... Oh, sorry, I forget. It is. I was thinking of a different card. Okay, so Serum Visions. First, you gotta draw a card, then you gotta scry 2. But with Preordained, you scry first, then you draw the card. So you're gonna be guaranteed to draw what you wanted to. So Preordained is strictly better than Serum Visions. I like this one. We got Volcanic Island from Matt Wiesner. Volcanic Island is strictly better than Scalding Tarn. You made me laugh, so we'll definitely allow it. So this one looks for a mountain or island, but this one already is the mountain and island. Omar says, Nikachu, feeling sick the last past couple of days, and your videos have been my remedies for recovering. You're welcome, Omar. I got unlimited number of them.
Foreign black borders, 1,000 pounds, euros.
Foreign black border, not bad. You want foreign black border basics? You can get the feeling of beta. It's just going to be foreign. A plain's better than mountain. Ooh, those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Okay, Dumpster Fire. It's a hell of a username. Dragon. You should have a Dumpster Fire for... What you have was... Yeah, you should have a Dumpster Fire for an avatar. Dragon Mantle is greater than Fire Breathing. Can't remember if we've gone over this one before. Probably we have. So Fire Breathing a red for Enchant Creature. Enchant Creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each red that you pump into it. Oh, this is the same thing, but you get to draw a card. I actually played with this card once in Standard. It was a Tom the Boss Ross penny sack of quarter red aggro deck. And I just missed out on top 8. Sucked. Sucked for me.
Was that Tokyo?
No, that was a local tournament.
Oh.
I wish I had that deck for Tokyo. Fabled Passage better than Evolving Wilds. That is true. And I don't think we've ever seen this one on this show. We got Fabled Passage, Evolving Wilds. Fabled Passage, the best fetch land in Pioneer. Perhaps one of the only fetch lands in Pioneer. Evolving Wilds, sack it, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Now, the same thing will happen with the Fabled Passage, but in addition to having a superior art, it will if you control 4 or more lands, it comes into play untapped. So it's pretty nice. Okay, everyone said Preordain is better. Preordain, no question here. You know, when I saw the two together, I also knew. Sarah Angel and Herald of the Host. Ooh, this should be interesting. Sarah Angel. Isn't that Angle? Yeah, Sarah Angel and Herald of the Host. Herald of the Host. All right, so we've got... Oh, is this a strict... They made a strictly better Sarah Angel? You're killing me here. Okay, so for a white 3 generic, we used to have a Flying Vigilance 4/4 creature, but now it's Flying Vigilance, and it's got Myriad, or Myriad.
Myriad.
Whenever this creature attacks for each opponent other than defending player, you may create a token that's a copy of this creature that's tapped and attacking. That player or planeswalker they control exile the tokens at end of combat. Oh, I thought it was going to be permanent. It's like, oh my god, the power creep in Commander is crazy. And then they can double, and they can double again. And double again. Okay, Javier says, disagree. Volcanic Island is not strictly better than Scalding Tarn. Too different. They work with each other. Some of you can argue that Scalding Tarn is better than Volcanic Island, actually. Should we put this to a vote? Okay, what's better, Volcanic Island or Scalding Tarn? I'm willing to believe that they are comparable and one is better than the other. You could actually, now in retrospect, Scalding Tarn is actually superior to Volcanic Island, because not only does Scalding Tarn get the Volcanic Island, you can get basic lands as well. You can also manipulate your deck, like if you've put anything on top or the bottom that you need to be reshuffled. If you're putting bad cards on top, I take it back. Scalding Tarn is actually way better than Volcanic Island, and it's cheaper too. So I tell people, don't complain that you don't own the reserve list lands that are hundreds of dollars. You have fetch lands, which are actually far superior. All right, we got the Scalding. Everyone believes Scalding Tarn is the better card. I believe it too. Abzo says Swift Spear and Soulscar Mage. They're a little close. Like, they're different. One has haste and one doesn't.
Soulscar Mage. Wait, doesn't Soulscar Mage put the counters?
Yeah, it puts counters on stuff. So, like, it's a little slow, but on the plus side, you get to put counters. Now, technically, this is better, but you can't say it's, like, strictly better, because there's actually a really neat ability on the Soulscar Mage that shrinks creatures permanently for all the damage dealt to them through burn spells. The correct joke is Volcanic Island is better than Steam Vents. Yeah, but I caught your thing. I caught your message, Gavin.
Got bad.
There we go. Volcanic Island is strictly better than Steam Vents, which enters the battlefield untapped for two life. The life adds up, people. Although not a very exciting strictly better card. Everyone already knew that. Said Tommy's like, so you're telling me to trade a duel for a fetch? Well, not financial advice, but it is strategic advice.
I like your dogs.
What dogs?
His avatar.
Oh, he's got dogs in the avatar. That's right. Tom, I've seen your avatar a million times. Didn't notice the dogs. I'm pathetic. Alright, what else do we got here?
Village rights, costly plunder.
Oops, where?
Up.
Hold on, I'm gonna go with this one. We've got Gip Darren with the Drown in Sorrow and Flaying Tendrils. Drown in Sorrow versus Flaying Tendrils. Oh, yeah! Okay, so we got Drown in Sorrow, black, 1 generic. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. You get to scry 1. And now we have black, 1 generic. All creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. If a creature would die this way, exile it instead. But no scry! Actually, I mean, there could be some situations where you might want the Flaying Tendrils over the Drown in Sorrow, but I think in general you want that little bit of scry 1. In some cases, actually, you would want the exile. So this is a little bit more closer as well, but I'll go with the Drown in Sorrow. So, okay, so now these are not so strictly better. Now it's just like, maybe this one, maybe that one. What is this show turned into? This or that? We got Gunblade Knight. Flatten is better than Throttle. There's supposed to be no doubt that one is better than the other. Flatten, Throttle. I'm surprised no one has compared any... Look, okay, just to give an example, you're allowed to compare Primeval Titan to what is that, Dreadmaw? Colossal Dreadmaw. Like, you're allowed to do that. We can have those types of comparisons on this show. It's perfectly permissible. Throttle for a black 4 generic. Target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Oh, Flatten is way better. For a black and 3 generic, we get to get -4/-4 until end of turn. Both instants? Both instants.
Flatten.
Crap is better than the MTG 30th anniversary proxies.
Doubt.
Primetime is better than Dreadmaw. Well, I just gave you the and some people are like, Dreadmaw's better than Primetime. I just gave you the example. Okay, PM is determined to get a counterspell. Okay, Urza's rebuff versus cancel. Yes. Absolute. We've got one. You did it, PM. You did it. This looks... I swear I could play this in a tournament and just call it and just play it like Force of Negation, and no one would notice. The art looks the same to me. It looks the same. It looks close enough from far away that I bet I could like play Force of Negation, like I would just say Force of Negation, and no one would notice. Can't do that in competitive REL though. Don't do it. Well, don't do it. Period. I'm not condoning trying to slip
scandal video.
Yeah.
Flipped
yeah.
and shipped.
Nikachu's encouraging people to play cancel like Force of Negation. It looks the same to me though. Okay, and it's worse than Urza's rebuff. Blue, 1 generic, instant, counter target spell, and tap up to 2 target creatures. You can do more than just countering spells around here. We've got the Smegma Lasagna. End of festivities is better than Blazing Volley. End of festivities. Is end of festivities? Festivities?
Yes.
Oh, and the festivities. You know what? It's not you, it's me. There we go.
Puppies.
And Blazing Volley.
Those are his dogs, right?
Yeah, there's Tommy Sidden's dogs. Right there. So for red, we've got deals 1 damage to each creature opponents control. And here we have end the festivities, deals 1 damage to each opponent and each creature and planeswalker they control. We hit everything. Oh, that's super strictly better. It's Koopa and Jace?
Those are his
Oh,
dogs.
the dogs' names are Koopa and Jace. All right. The lore of Coffee and MTG goes deeper. Okay, Javier says they printed cancel, then reprinted dissipate after, then look up all the blue 1 counterspells that came as well. Counterspell is too good, but cancel is too bad. Yeah, hold on. The cancel versus dissipate. I guess there could be a show where every counterspell better than cancel. Dissipate. Blue 1 generic. Counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it! Instead of putting it in its owner's graveyard. Strictly better cancel. We got Fireburn. Fading Hope is greater than Unsummon. Oh yeah, that's true. I've been playing with a lot of Fading Hope. Because I tried to play the mono blue spirits deck in Pioneer. Oh, it's awful. It just doesn't work. Fading Hope was I don't know if Fading Hope was played in... Yeah, Fading Hope was played in a lot of decks. And then Unsummon. So Unsummon is just return the creature to its owner's hand, but Fading Hope is return the creature, and if its mana value was 3 or less, you get to scry 1, which is awesome, actually. I actually really like this card. It was pretty cool. Sean's back! Soul's Attendant is greater than Soul Warden. Can you spot the difference? Oh god. Soul's Attendant. That's good clickbait, actually. Can you spot the difference? Cards that are not so strictly better. Then we have Soul Warden. Okay, let's get our thinking caps on. For a white, 1 generic, we have a 1/1 human cleric. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Soul Warden, human cleric, enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. 1 white, human cleric, 1/1. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you may gain 1 life. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. You gain. Oh, you may! So Soul's Attendant gives me the option not to gain the life if that's somehow relevant. Whereas Soul Warden forces me. You will gain that life. And you're gonna like it! Is there any situation where if you gain too much life, you lose? Do they make cards like that? Like, at the beginning of the upkeep, if anyone has over 50 life, they lose the game. Could be a liability. Gotta keep those life gain players in check. Gotta keep them in check. Yeah, may gain the life. Got it. Yeah, and you may miss this trigger. GWJ with the super chat. Cleaving Sliver is better than Bone Splitter Sliver. We got the Cleaving Sliver. It's better than Bone Splitter Sliver. Did we see this today? Maybe not. Red 3 generic. All slivers get +2/+0. 2/2 creature. Red 3 generic. All slivers you control get +2/+0. It's a 2/2 creature. All slivers. Slivers you control! Oh, there we go. That's another one. Can you spot the difference? Oh, could I make a whole it would be so hard to make a whole video out of this. Can you spot the difference? Is that possible? Are there like a ton of cards? Like, is there like 50 cards out? Are there like they look identical, but there's just like one slight change? And then people would catch on very quickly. Then we'd have Master of the Pearl Trident and Lord of Atlantis. Oh, while we're at it, we might as well put that one up there. Master of the Pearl Trident. Can you guys spot the difference? Fortunately, we probably have a million Merfolk players in chat. Or Merfolk watchers.
I have no idea.
Do you know the difference?
Yes, I know.
Oh, you know. Okay, well then what's the difference?
The difference is that it's what your control versus all Merfolk on the battlefield.
There we go, that's right. Lord of Atlantis affects everybody. Other Merfolk get +1/+1 in Island Walk, but Master of the Pearl Trident is only the ones that you control. So unfortunately, this Lord of Atlantis lost me the game versus someone at like F&M. Because my opponent played Ragavan, hit me, took my Tide Shaper. Was it Tide? Yeah, Tide Shaper. And then I had Lord of Atlantis, and the stupid Tide Shaper was just banging me for 3, then for 4. Because my Lord of Atlantis that were on the battlefield. It's just absolutely awful. Approaching Calamity. Plays around things like Tainted Remedy. What are you talking about?
If an opponent would gain life.
That player loses that much life instead. There we go. Okay, so Tainted Remedy is a way of, that's when that may comes in hand. I don't want to gain life because I don't want to lose the life. All right, we've got Almond, literally an almond. I like it when people have an avatar that matches their name. Deadly Alliance versus the Blight Grenade. Deadly versus the Blight Grenade. For the, you know, when I was like 25 years old when I found out grenade was spelled G-R-E-N-A-D. I thought it was grenade, like G-E-R-N-A-D-E. It was so hard to unlearn that, even though no one really taught me that. Okay, we got the Blight Grenade, black for generic. Destroy all creatures. Sorry, destroy target creature. All creatures get -3/-3 until end of turn. Oh, that makes so much sense. That there's like some shrapnel that like deals damage to everything else. Or like, you know, there's a blast that affects everything. It's a bit weird. Blow up this creature and then all the other creatures get -3/-3. But no, that actually makes perfect sense. Perfect flavor. Deadly Alliance. Spells cost 1 less to cast for each creature in your party, which it will be nothing because no one's going to have a party. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. I like that one. This is strictly better. Blight Grenade is strictly better. Great one. Yeah, that's a good one. My brother's judging you guys. Octrox with the plated slagworm. What the hell is this going to be? Plated slagworm versus the quilled slagworm. What's with the slagworms? I didn't even know there was one. I never heard of one slagworm. Okay, we got for green for generic, we have an 8/8 worm. And then we got the plated slagworm, which is the same damn thing, but it has hexproof. That's hilarious.
Strictly better.
It's probably the same slagworm. It just got some armor on it now. And for nothing, it just found it in the wild. Enough armor to plate its entire body. And we've got Gavin Rook again with the super chat. What are we gonna give? You didn't go well with the super chats. We give you the big music. But Nikachu, what if they give me Soul's Attendant when I'm playing Death Shadow and keeps playing creatures? I have to play around that. Yeah, you do. You do have to play around it. You do your best. What? This is not strictly better. Hexproof and an 8/8. Not hexproof and an 8/8. I think this is strictly better, unless it's referring something else. Wrath of God and Damnation, 2 different cards. One's white, one's black. You could say Wrath of God. You could say Damn as I would put Damn is better than Wrath of God. Damn.
People were saying that earlier.
Were they?
Yes.
So I think Damn is better than Wrath of God because you got like Overload is basically your Wrath of God. See, Wrath of God is just destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated. But Damn is like you could destroy target creature for a black, or you can overload it for a white and 2 generic. Yeah, it's a 2-in-1, so this is strictly better. How do you wear armor if you're quilled? I don't know. It's magic. It's just the cop-out to any situation. But that doesn't make any sense. Look. It's magic. None of this is supposed to make sense.
That's right.
Whenever they say, well, like, why does one... actually, it's... oh, now I don't remember. Someone asked Stan Lee, like, how does one superhero or villain, or how does he choose, like, who gets to beat who? And he had a great explanation for it, but now I don't remember. They just do. Vampiric Tutor over what? Can't just throw random cards here. There we go. Vampiric Tutor versus Imperial Seal. What is the difference? Vampiric Tutor. I actually don't remember. Can you spot the difference between these 2 cards? Vampiric Tutor. Search your library for a card, then shuffle your library. Put that card on top. You lose 2 life. Imperial Seal. Search your library for a card, then shuffle and put that card on top. You lose 2 life. Oh, the Vampiric Tutor is superior because it's an instant. That's right. It's an instant. Whatever! Disperse is better than Echoing Truth. Is it? Maybe strategically. Oh, it's worse, sorry. Disperse. Just return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. How lame. Fan favorite, Echoing Truth. People keep asking me every, like, I don't know. I don't get asked nearly as often, but I used to get asked, like, every month. Is Echoing Truth playable now in Modern? Is Echoing Truth playable now in Modern? Is Echoing Truth playable now in Modern? No, it's not, and it's going deep into retirement. Return target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent to their owner's hand. I don't know, people are just so fascinated by the concept of bouncing everything. I can bounce 2 creatures at once. That's such insane value.
Timmy's Coffee versus McDonald's Coffee.
You know what? They're just different. I would say I was a huge fan of Tim Hortons coffee when I was younger, but I drank it for so many years that I've just built up a tolerance to it and just doesn't do the job anymore. Now I'm on the McDonald's coffee train. I would say I like Starbucks. Their like lowest tier coffee is better than both Timmy's and McDonald's coffee. But you're also, we don't agree?
No.
Don't you buy Starbucks?
No. Well, I mean,
you had a card and everything.
I used to.
Oh, so you've betrayed Starbucks. Is that how it's gone?
Well, they don't give a free birthday drink anymore.
Oh, so they screwed you. Oh, now we heard the your villain arc. They screwed you on your birthday,
and then giving them.
They stopped giving you like the birthday. What it was a free coffee on your birthday?
Free drink of any kind.
Unbelievable. And now you go to McDonald's and Tim Hortons. So which one's better now?
Oh, McDonald's.
Starbucks is clearly better. He has a grudge versus Starbucks now. Unbelievable. They screwed you on your birthday. I guess that could be a feel bad moment. Old foils versus new foils. I do like old foils versus new foils. You know what? That's worth what's an old foil that I can look up? Counterspell foil. There we go. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. Do you see? Can't see this very well.
Open image in new tab.
Yeah, always open image in new tab. Oh, that's gorgeous. They got the star there. I actually prefer the old foils, and they were less likely to curl, way less likely to curl the way they did it. But only the shiny part is basically the border. The picture is untouched. I'm fine with that, to be honest. I'm fine with that. And the new foils these days, it's not the same. Like, this is awful. Strictly better. Yeah, old foils are strictly better than the new foils. In some capacity, sometimes the new foils look pretty good, but it's really hit or miss. Okay, we got Michael Timmerman with the super chat here. I'm running out of sound effects, people. Terramorphic Expanse is greater than Evolving Wilds. Art matters too. Terramorphic Expanse. Is there a difference? Terramorphic Expanse. Greater than Evolving Wilds. What is going to be the difference?
You forgot an E.
Where?
At the end of Expanse. There you go.
Well, I can miss something at the end. I just can't miss anything in between. And Evolving Wilds.
Evolving.
By the way, you guys let us all know, what do you think is better? The lowest tier Starbucks? Can't remember what they call it. Their house brew versus the lowest tier of McDonald's. And if you're from Canada, you can compare Tim Hortons as well. Okay, so Evolving Wilds. Sacrifice Evolving Wilds. Suit your library for a basic land card. Put onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Sacrifice Terramorphic Expanse. Suit your library for a basic land card. Put onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. It's the same. Nothing. They just think Terra is pretty. Oh, you just think the art is better. But there's like a million different arts. There's a lot of different arts. And Torch is flexing here. I own 2 foil Mercadian Mask Counterspell. Near mint. Well, I don't know if mine are near mint, but I got some. I actually just randomly have these on my desk right here. I also have some Counterspells.
Are those ones from Vigo?
Yeah, this is the little shopping I did at Vegas. That's it. Didn't have time to do any more shopping. Okay, we got Josh. Alloy Mirror is strictly better than Opaline Unicorn. I love it. Alloy Mirror. Can't wait to see this one. Better than the Opaline Unicorn. Okay, we got Opaline Unicorn. A 1/2 for 3 mana with the ability tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. And we got a 2/2 for 3 mana. And it's a mirror, so it has mirror strategy. I don't think there's a whole lot of unicorn strategies out there. Look at that. It's a unicorn. Look at that horn.
It's gonna break.
It's gotta be heavy.
They're gonna shoot that unicorn just for the horn.
Yeah, that's right.
Throw the body away. Waste it.
Which, I can't remember which plane has, like, guns.
Earth.
No, but in the Magic universe, I think there's like some guns in it. I can't remember. Did they have it in Streets of New Capenna? That would be the place that they should have it. Yeah, just strictly better. Spell Pierce versus Force Spike. Those are not compared. Force Spike can counter anything. Force Spike, Spell Pierce is only non-creature spells.
Uh-oh.
What?
I saw you at Vegas 30 and said hello, but you ignored me, or likely you didn't hear me.
Oh, Jonathan. Okay, look. When you see me in person, you gotta come right up in front of me. I will shake everybody's hand and everything. You just have to get my attention. It's so loud and noisy. Maybe this is... My brother told me somebody was trying to get my attention, and or would they put their hand?
No, this wasn't the guy.
This wasn't the guy?
No.
Well, then I probably
assuming that's you in
I
the
probably
picture.
ignored millions of people as I'm walking by. If you walk in front of me and say hello, don't worry, I will not be offended. I like shaking people's hand and meeting people. And the unicorn only adds mana to your mana pool, where the mirror doesn't spell. What? That's the funniest nonsense I ever heard. The mirror doesn't specify. It could be anyone's mana pool. Add 1 mana of any color. That's really funny. I think that's really, really funny. Memory lapse and remand. Those are not comparable. One draws a card and the other one just puts on top of the opponent's library. Or is it basically the same? No, you don't get a card immediately. Self-ground coffee is greater than McDonald's coffee. No, I'm not taking time to make my coffee. Absolutely not. Okay, Bruce really wanted this one, I think, hard. Dothy Voidwalker versus Dothy Slayer. Oh! Oh! Dothy Slayer. I played against that idiot when I first started playing Magic the Gathering. It attacks each turn if able. Who cares? You can barely block anything anyway in any particular format. Like, where you're going to be up against another Shadow deck. So a 2/2 for 2 black mana. Look at the power creep. This is disgusting. So black 3/2 creature with Shadow. And then if a card would be put in an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So it's a Leyline of the Void. And you can sack it and choose the exiled card and cast it without paying its mana cost. Completely busted. Completely broken. This is insane power creep. Derek with the super chat. Nikachu greater than all MTG streamers. Only your opinion. But I'll take that opinion. Thank you very much. All the other MTG streamers, also great.
Oh.
All the MTG streamers, S tier, I'm S tier plus. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for Coffee and MTG. Thank you very much for being here today, for looking at strictly better Magic the Gathering cards, and also buzzing half of you. We do this 8 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday to Friday, so be there or be square. Thank you very much, everyone, for supporting the channel, either with your super chats or being a member on YouTube or becoming a patron on Patreon. Yeah, re-promoting the Patreon in the description below. But thank all of you for showing up, the people who are showing up into the MTG every morning, showing up for Coffee and MTG every morning. You guys are the real show. You're greater than me. You think I'm greater? You guys are greater than me, because without you guys, I don't have a show. We got Michael Timmerman again with Super Chat. Making rent is greater than the 30th anniversary proxies. True story. Absolutely. So as usual, Coffee Crew, keep bringing up those coffees, and we'll keep bringing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see